What's up, guys? It's DUMB Universe, and I'm going to get started with this new episode of MLP. I do not have a lot of time here. In fact, I have so little time. I'm going to be doing the reaction and doing my interview later because I gotta get somewhere. So, without further ado, let's just get started with this episode. I have no idea what the title is, so I'm just expecting greatness after the greatest episode of all time that I just got through watching a week ago. 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so far so good. A Fluttershy-based episode is always on the right track for me, and my god, that looked like it's seen some shit.
Don't worry, Angel. I won't forget you.
Seriously, I can't believe you. I bet you only waited like 3 minutes, and you're like, I'm impatient.
Peaceful as a cuddly friend's picnic.
Great. Christ. Alright.
Oh, goodness, Rarity. What's the matter?
Probably something mundane.
The better question would be, what isn't the matter? Oh, dear.
Tyrek, Dazzlings, every villain you ever faced in your entire life. I don't know.
I would love to, darling, but I just don't have the time. The Canterlot Royal Fashion Show is practically upon us.
Oh, of course.
The cornerstone piece of my collection just isn't working. That sounds serious.
Oh, very much so.
It's serious. The entire collection is designed around it. Do you need help knitting? I've started making tea cozies. It's an elephant.
I can tell. Okay, fashion's not the best thing for her, at least when it comes to knitting.
Pitching in. Plus, I'll be pulling all 3 of my Manhattan assistants. All 3?
Good try, though.
Does that mean you'll have to close Rarity for you? That's just it, darling. This is Manhattan's busiest shopping season, and I can't just close the shop. So I was hoping.
You gotta keep that business rolling.
Of course, I'm happy to help. Though I'm
The
surprised
expression.
Well, I may have asked a few others.
Eh,
Sorry, but we've got a Wonderbolt show coming up.
busy.
Sorry, but it's pie season and the pie orders are piling up.
Nice.
Sorry, I've got a curriculum to make up.
There you go. And she just straight up just like, no. Wow.
My calendar's packed, but I hear Fluttershy is free. And
Wow.
she didn't ask to Boulder.
Wow. When you have to resort to asking Maud, you know, a previous background character like that. Especially with her personality, to run your shop.
Way to hell.
That's, I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't know. Because in actuality, yes, I get it. Fluttershy's not the best choice when it comes to running a shop, maybe. But not even ask your main 5 friends first is kind of like really douchish, if you say the least. All right, I'm not getting on Rarity for that, because to tell you the truth, I probably would too. Like, I'd probably go down almost the same exact order. But Jesus Christ, it's just when you really think about it, yeah, it's still a very scummy thing to do. Man. Okay, this is what she means by faking it. I mean, god dang it, if Rarity acted like that for the majority of the show, I probably would never have liked her.
Oh, Dad, Smokey Jr.
Well, look at that. At least she has some animal friends for ya.
Ever since you convinced me to let them live in the shop, these beastie sweeties have been nothing but helpful.
Alright, think about it this way. You go up to your friend and say, I have a bunch of raccoons. Can they live in your shop? In real life, they'd probably stop you.
A new outfit. Think of it as a costume for your role as shop pony. You know what they say, clothes make the pony.
Sure.
You know, them.
Them, those guys. You know, the same type of them and they that kill off Kenny in South Park. The them and they who just kill off your favorite character in like Game of Thrones or something. Them. Hello.
Excuse me for just 1 second.
Yeah, immediately. Hey,
I don't know when
I'm not blaming her for this one. I mean, when I got my first job, it wasn't necessarily the cakewalk that people might think it is.
Case, I'll take 3.
Basically, if you want to be a good shop pony, use a lot of big words. I'm sure it's gonna work out for you. Ugh. Good job, though. You managed to not break character.
I can't unique, so in vogue.
Your job is to make the customer realize that you're the boss, and she takes orders from no one. You take orders from her. You don't correct me. I correct you with my flawed logic.
It's very branché this season.
What?
Like, I don't understand any of that.
Me neither.
I don't care about it.
Wow.
One
All right.
moment, please.
I was waiting for her to meet a pony who,
I think I need a new
yeah, who wasn't gonna be affected by this particular one.
Okay, I've got like this high-key savage look for you. It's
Man,
totally
if you ever want an episode that showcases Fluttershy's wide array of talents,
that pony is
you got it. Christ.
Like, exactly what I need.
I guess this also just showcased another personality trait that we didn't really define a lot in Fluttershy. And I'm happy they're actually showcasing it again. Oh.
I don't know what's best.
Okay.
Spill the tea.
Why?
Either get it right or go back to the forest.
Yeah.
It is so hard to find good help these days.
Straight up. Yep, they're doing it. Alright then. I'm gonna talk about this. This is important.
Your concerns.
I know
Wow.
I'm under your
No.
noses.
You guys are not as smart as I keep thinking that you guys are. Alright, yeah. I can't get over the fact that, yeah, this is a thing we need to start realizing from the get-go. Fluttershy can be a real douche when you give her the opportunity.
Literally run out of time. It's up to you. Go out there and sell it.
You know, Rarity, I'm proud of you. Because you didn't turn into one of those idiotic pony/people who use literally in the wrong sense. Thank you for using it correctly.
Understand?
You know, when it comes to you guys, that's okay. But when it comes to the animals, that's when you know she's far gone. Alright? If the episode where you went inside the comic book has anything to showcase, when you guys are in danger, when a butterfly's in danger, don't mess with it. Order.
Whatever. Now I know, right? I mean,
Plot twist! Fluttershy's been tied up in the back this whole entire time. These are actually 3 different ponies.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that's over. I guess I owe every pony an apology.
What the fuck?
Think. I got so caught up trying to please all of your customers that
What customers?
I might have taken my sales pony characters a little too far.
Christ. Oh, man.
Sorry if I hurt your feelings. You know I was only pretending, right?
No, that's not good enough. In the real world, that's not good enough.
Some pony else to run the shop. I guess acting like the ponies of Saddle Row gave me the confidence to interact with them.
Ah.
I'd never trust some horrible Saddle Row pony to run my shop.
That's why she went to all of her friends. And
Well,
you don't even know Mod that well.
stuff anyway, even if I don't exactly have what it takes to be a shop pony.
I wouldn't sell yourself short. Those sales pony characters all came from you.
Yes.
I think you totally have what it takes. Maybe a little too much.
That's what Pinkie Pie, you nailed it.
You have all the inner strength you need, but I think we prefer it coming from our sweet, regular Fluttershy.
Yeah.
And that's just given me the inspiration I'm looking for.
Great. Awesome.
Last one. There. The missing piece for my new collection. The warrior of inner strength.
I'm not entirely sure how to treat this episode. I really don't. I'm so
Canterlot Royal Fashion Show early.
up on a fence right now.
Perfect dress is scads more satisfying than showing it off.
Ooh, striking dress, Rarity. I certainly hope you aren't trying to undercut the royal fashion show by ducking out and debuting it here.
What? No. I have you considered the possibility that the Royal Fashion Show is trying to undercut rarities by continuing on in Canterlot and not moving the whole affair here?
Great.
Just as I thought. Oh, inner strength.
Yeah. But even Rarity was like, all right, that was a bullet, but that was like a nice shot. I'm not sure about your marksman skills, Fluttershy. Okay. I really don't know how to approach this episode, because if I want to do like 100% true feelings on it, I believe I'm gonna have a lot of people getting on me for it. But first, let me. Okay. I think I have some time. I don't think I'm gonna make this end review really long. Let me just talk about this right now, because I'm gonna forget. Right. Fluttershy, in other cases, have shown that if you let her not be Fluttershy, she goes into a personality that basically makes her pardon my French, a stone cold bitch. Alright? And I really cannot define it anyway like that. And the best episode to go off on is the Iron Will episode. There have been many people, including myself, who believe that Iron Will was not the bad guy in that episode. Iron Will just simply unlocked the hidden, like, anger and frustration of Fluttershy being walked all over. And this happens to other people as well. It's not like this is like the grandiose thing that only happens in cartoons. No, when people like me go through hardships in life and just bottle it up for a long containment of time and just say, oh, don't worry, man, you can skip me, it's fine. Oh, you can take the last piece of pizza from the thing, it's fine. It's the only pizza day that we get to have every month, so it's cool. And then you finally get to release that anger, release that frustration, have more confidence in yourself. You go a little bit overboard. I'm not saying that Fluttershy was a straight up just horrible person, despite the fact that she kind of just said, told Pinkie Pie and Rarity that their accomplishments in life mean nothing and they basically are wasting their time. But that's aside the fact that Fluttershy is a character that if you don't keep her the way she is, she's gonna go off into another, like, personality. And that personality is just going to be it's gonna be the bad guy. It's gonna be the straight up bad guy. And this showcases it even more. And I'm happy they actually brought that back up. I don't know whether or not they had that still in mind, but this pretty much showcased again. If Fluttershy were to develop a personality, these personalities being 3 separate personalities, thus having the same traits of a fashion-esque type of pony to sell things, they're gonna turn into the bad guy. Now, you could say she got a little too caught up into it, but how far is getting a little too caught up into it? I would get this. She insulted her friends, aka the raccoons, not her friends' friends, the raccoons, and then immediately snaps out of character and tries to say she's sorry. Nope. She kept it up to the point where they fainted because she kept calling them rodents. And then kicked her friends out. Had to have her 3 personalities get fired first before gaining her personality back. I get it. To a certain extent, we have to suspend our disbelief in how personalities and how Fluttershy works. So you kind of have to forgive her. I forgive her, definitely. Don't say anything like that. Just know that this is a problem for her. This is definitely a thing we have to talk about here, because it's baffling. It's baffling to me. It's baffling to me because Fluttershy has been that character that actually represented me in a whole bunch of other ways, and here I can't really say that. Because it's not like you can't even just walk up to a guy and say, hey, you ever try to pretend to be somebody so much that you actually became them? No, better yet, you pretend to be 3 people at the exact same time and then became those 3 people, and you didn't snap out of it until someone got rid of those 3 people manually. Now, the fact that the only thing that bothers me is that the raccoons and friends basically forgive her because she said it herself that she was pretending. Look, I can pretend to be a douchebag, but if I'm being a douchebag to all my friends and I'm pretending to be that way, does not mean that they're gonna immediately forgive me when I say, hey guys, you know, I'm just being facetious, you know, I'm just being sarcastically a douchebag. You don't have to be that mad about me, right? Yes! Yes, you do! Yes! I have plenty of people act like douchebags around me. But it's not like I want you to act like a douchebag. I want you to stop acting like a douchebag, and you didn't stop, did you? What's worse, being a douchebag or pretending to be a douchebag, having your friends stop being a douchebag, but you continue to be a douchebag anyway? Where's the line here? Where's the line before you cross it? This is a very heartfelt episode for me. I really don't know how to really approach this, because in the end, I liked the episode in and of itself. I like seeing this multiple side of Fluttershy here, and yet another episode that showcased how she has to find a way to work around confidence. Because in actuality, if she found a way to keep her personality while still running a boutique, that would have been like another showcasing of her using her own default personality to get what she needs and get what she wants with the help of her friends that were the raccoons at that point. But no, we needed a sort of conflict, and that conflict is again showcasing Fluttershy's inability to try to work around it, and that working around it actually makes it worse. Like the Iron Will thing, you could say it made it worse because it unlocked something that she pretty much couldn't really 100% control, because that's how that sort of thing works. I know I'm still gonna get a lot of people defining how this isn't at all Fluttershy's fault, and I understand, because in this show, you always have to find some way to defend somebody. But I'm just gonna be truthful and say this was not the best episode for me. Definitely not. Because if it makes me have to think this much about Fluttershy, it's definitely not something I'm gonna rewatch for enjoyment. However, the episode prior to this one definitely is something I rewatch every now and then. So, I guess go ahead and tell me what you think about it. I mean, Jesus Christ, I really don't know, because in a lot of ways, yes, she was pretending too much. But then again, how far does one need to go to pretend to let you know that you're being a real douche? All right. Oh man. Okay. Again, this series isn't perfect. Obviously, I was gonna run into an episode I wasn't gonna like sooner or later, and this happened to be one of those. So yeah, all right. Yeah, this wasn't that long. I still have time. Still got an hour. So yeah, this is Do You Want to Be Universe? Man, this is gonna be a hard one to talk about. This is gonna be very hard. Oh, jeez. Anyway, this is Do You Want to Be Universe? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.